we'll get going, all right?
Yep.
Okay. The meeting for Tuesday, July 16th, 2024, 6:30 PM, McDonald Brown Conference Room is now open, and I entertain a motion to approve the minutes for June 18th.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, and let me get the thing up. New public hearings, which are continued public hearings for South Elm Street. And is there anything on that you want to talk about?
I believe Dan is here. You want
Hi there, yes.
to give us an update? I think we're all, at this point, got all the documents that we needed. We've got the letter from Natural Heritage.
Yep. Yeah, so hi everyone, I'm Dan Canato with VHB. I know my colleagues did a presentation last month on the project, and really the last outstanding item was the Natural Heritage determination letter. They came back with two conditions for really the project that need to be incorporated. A turtle protection plan, which we are working on developing, and we'll vet with them, and the commission will be provided with a copy upon approval and completion. And then also just a timing restriction on any drawdown of water or any impact of flows with bypass in the brook. And we've looked at that with our engineering team, and that's not going to be a problem for the project to accommodate. So so if there's any other questions, we're happy to field them. But that was, I think, the last real outstanding item we had.
Is there a time on this to get going, you think, or any idea?
Olivia Richards, our PM, can chime a little more out on schedule, I think.
Perfect.
Sure, yeah. Right now, the project is the design for the project is in review by Mass DOT. Once we get, we've already received their comments and are addressing, and once we get approval from them, the town can apply for a construction phase funding grant in the amount of $500,000. And then it'll just be a matter of securing any additional funding needed. And so ideally we could do it as soon as next summer.
Okay.
Next summer.
So, no rush, I guess.
Oh, the wheels on the
But
grass.
it's just gonna go as it goes,
grind
yeah.
slowly, I guess.
Well, that's good, at least it's moving along, so.
Well, is it going to be safe for that long?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, the MassDOT regularly inspects it. Right now, the current condition is, I believe it's categorized as fair condition, but there are some loose stones and some voids happening, so we see some dirt kind of come out on the edges of the bridge there that the town has been maintaining. So it's more of a nuisance for the town to keep maintaining right now.
Okay, thank you.
Sounds good. Okay, all good.
I don't
then.
have
We don't have
anything
to
more.
do anything,
They've-
do we?
Yeah, they've
No. It's just
met
a
everything,
notice.
and as far as any Natural Heritage requirements can be written in as part of the order of conditions if we need to address those.
When it comes up later on. Okay, so I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
See you in a little while.
And you just need
Thank you,
to
everyone.
Thank you.
issue
In a few
the
months,
standard
yeah.
order conditions
Oh,
and the
and-
waivers.
Over, okay.
Oh, for over the, even though,
Right, because it's a notice intent, so they'll need the order conditions.
oh, okay, so I entertain a motion to order standard order conditions.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And entertain a motion to waiver the work in the 50.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And entertain a motion to issue the waiver to work in the riverfront.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, now
All
you're all
set.
set.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Not looking ahead. All right, so the next one is 109 Spring Street for a notice of intent, but that's gonna, the request to continue to 8/6. Anything on that?
And I can just tell you that it's out for 53G review.
Okay.
One set of comments has come back. Once the plans are finalized, I'll share them and send them out. There is a street tree planting that'll be part of the project. There's 20 street trees proposed to go in. And I did just receive, late yesterday after I left actually, a replication plan
Good,
for all the buffer area that was disturbed.
good.
So,
How much buffer area was disturbed?
Lot.
did they figure?
considerable. There's a lot of plantings going back in, and actually some sizable trees proposed. So I'll share that with everybody so you can have a look at it before
So
the
that's
next
good-
meeting.
That's a good thing then. Okay.
What's an average 53G cost? Few thousand?
About 3,000.
No matter what size the.
Yeah, all of them have been averaging between
Depends.
2,400 and
Yeah.
2,800, somewhere in that ballpark.
So we can have a say in what kind of trees get planted?
There's going to be red maples, bump white oaks, and tupelos. So native species that are kind of in that
Think
area.
about
Basically
Tim's
what-
expertise.
Basically what was taken out of there, or?
Yeah, the replication area will be very similar to what was originally there. The street tree plantings, we've come up with 4 species, and
Yeah.
we can alternate how they plant.
Good.
Do they have to comply with what you say?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. In terms of the species?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah, just, that's what they disturbed, and that's what they're gonna put back in, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I entertain a motion to continue to 8/6.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And next one is 506 West Senate Street, which is a continuance. And.
That's the Shell station.
Yeah.
And that is under 53G review, and that one has to go for both zoning and planning, and I believe planning's open, zoning hasn't. No, planning opens tomorrow night, and zoning's already. So they have to go before all 3 because of the water protection district that they're in. And so,
I saw a thing on the zoning that came.
and so there may be plan changes. They're looking to do some other options with it.
As
From the one we saw, just to try to figure out where the entrance road is and to get more compliance with stormwater.
You think they'll have a definite yes or no, whether that entrance road access is gonna be a positive or negative for when they come in front of us?
It's
Still don't
really
know.
up to Mass Highway right now, and it could be months
Oh, okay.
before they get a review, so they may just have to design with it, but with a plan B to pull it at the last minute.
Yeah.
And reduce what they have.
Yeah,
So, but
see what happens at the end of that, yeah.
Hmm, right.
Okay. All right, so I'll entertain a motion to continue to 8/6.
nope, 8/20.
20.
They want to go to the 20th.
Oh, 8/20, sorry.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The next one is 432 and 440 West Center Street for a notice of intent for the car wash.
And
That's
that's the car wash.
basically-
Again, they've just started hearings with the other boards for comments and review. Zoning's met with them once, and they're gonna meet again to go over comments that they had. Our 53G review has sent their first round, and they're addressing all those comments now. So that's why they asked for the continuance.
Okay.
Till
8/6.
2 weeks.
Yes, yep. They wanted to go for the first August one.
All right, so I'll entertain a motion to continue that till 8/6.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And there's one on here, it's, first one is Maple Street for the administrative right of refusal, 0 Maple Street.
So I sent everyone to share a little bit of, so this is the parcel right here that's the light green on the map that we're talking about. It's currently owned by Bertarelli Brothers. It has a purchase and sale agreement. It's under chapter land. The town can
Oh.
exercise its right of first refusal if it wants to. It's zoned industrial. It's kind of at the very end of Maple or Pleasant Street where Maple Street is.
It's a big field.
It's a field right now.
Yeah. But it's,
The purchase price is $1 million, if the town was so to want to exercise our rights. It matches and abuts fish and game property. It doesn't abut really any town property at all.
Mhm.
So it doesn't add anything to us. It's only used for farm fields and haying right now. There
So
are
these-
wetlands around the edges, and depending on what they want to do with it, there may be wetlands in the middle of it, or pockets here and there that have been plowed and hayed for years. So we'll have to see what's going to happen with it, but I can show you, because I know Carol's going to want to know. The layer that I added was the prime farm soils. So it does fall under the state designation. It's not a unique and not a statewide importance, but it does fall under prime farm soils, depending on what the next person that's going to buy it does with it.
But it's zoned industrial, so they can just put a,
Right, it could be a contractor's yard, could be a warehouse, could be,
Just skim that right off, right?
right,
that would be
so the
something.
farm soil would be lost.
right.
Or they could, it's not, well,
So what does conservation have to do with preserving our farm soil?
Well, if we felt that this was an agricultural area or a spot where we really felt strongly that we needed to preserve it for farming or for agriculture or whatever, and we thought the town had enough money, we could say we wish to meet the $1 million price and use our right of first refusal to purchase it. I hate to see farmland lost, and I'll make that comment in the letter that I send, but I, at this point, we don't have enough money in the conservation funds to purchase it. And I don't think the town's got an
And
appetite.
theoretically, you bring a warrant to the town and say, we want to borrow $1 million, and there you go.
I mean, if this was a spot closer
I
to
was just gonna say.
schools or athletic facilities or
But there could be a possibility later
Right.
on,
a
something else
better
could
use
come
of
up
it.
for a better use of property that you'd want to get a hold of.
Still, it's gonna be lost soil, no matter.
Well,
Depending on what the next owners, I mean, it's been hayed for decades.
but don't
Um,
they like recycle good soil and,
Oh, yeah, I mean,
yeah,
they'll
so
just,
it isn't wasted?
Tim, you
know?
talked to us about that.
yeah.
What
Yeah.
happens?
Right, and I mean, if you look, and I'll scroll the map up, but a lot of our subdivisions have all been put where prime farm soils are.
Mhm.
I mean, the whole area on Copper Beach was a prime farm soils. Everything between River Street, South Elm Street, those houses that went in were all prime soils. So
Does that
it's
mean like a certain depth of loam or?
Tim,
more of a
could-
sandy loam
Mm.
or loomy clay. It's got a better water retention, and it doesn't have gravel, and it
Yeah.
holds organic matter,
It's
and
worth
it's,
some money, that is.
so,
Scrape it off and
Yeah.
site it.
Yeah, but
This is
so
the
what
town.
they do, they don't, I think you told me once, like they take it and sometimes they put it in another town.
right, it'll probably be stripped and
We
gone to
don't-
another
we
town
lose
for another
it,
project. Or,
You could, yeah, I mean, they'll probably use it for somebody's front yard. Or they could just use that and, let's say a subdivision going in and just put it over and use it for somebody's front yard for good grass growing.
But all the little bugs and everything don't last.
True, but bugs come back.
I mean,
It's hard,
it
it's
isn't
hard.
as though they just,
My concern, one of my concerns is for the soil, might get just lost forever, and it's good farm soil.
Mhm.
And this town is supposed to be a farm town. Well, it's not happening anymore, right?
But it's
We're
hard
losing
though.
that.
It's hard because, these farmers, the farmland is just, who wants to do it? You gotta be able to get it, farm it, and it's,
no return.
there's not really any return, and it costs money for the machinery, and you get it handed down over the generations, and you get the next generation that can't do it or don't wanna do it, and
I
that's the
understand
thing that
that.
kinda
what
stinks.
There's a
happens when we
little
wanna eat?
TikTok thing that's on about a farm
Isn't-
in
isn't
Iowa.
it
I
out
don't
in
know
the
if
middle
you've
of
ever
the
seen
country?
that.
No, you grow,
They
you go to
farm
the grocery store.
2,500 acres
Yeah, right.
there.
That's what
The
they,
equipment
Yeah,
is
it's-
I'm not a
millions,
farmer, so I
millions
don't know,
of
that's what, that
dollars
concerns me.
yeah.
to
That we're
buy
making
it,
our
but
farm
they're making.
soil.
But as of right
must make
now,
money at
that's
it.
not being used as in, it could be, but it's just being used as in hay, which is either sold somewhere else, used for around here, or it's just somebody could use it for bedding at a horse, or just, for horses and everything like that. So it's not, it's just being used for like hay right now. I haven't seen corn in there in a while, which is good for cows, but there's not too many cows around, so.
So you just need a recommendation and to basically it's a vote. Do you want to exercise your right to purchase or
Right,
you?
right.
Well, I mean, we could do it, but it doesn't mean it's gonna
Right,
happen.
it's-
We
It's a recommendation
we
up to
can
the
recommend
selectmen
it.
of what you want
You
to.
guys wanna recommend it?
No.
It sounds like it's the lost cause.
Thanks.
My opinion is
Doesn't
on
do
this
us
one,
any
yes.
good, yeah.
Me
If it
too.
was connecting an APR parcel that we already have,
Yeah,
there might be more of an appetite to keep it. But where this is an isolated pocket that, I mean, if Fish and Game wanted to pony up money to purchase it, that's the only ones I could see that would really
Yep.
benefit by having it added to their parcel.
How big a parcel
15 acres.
yeah, that's what it
for a
says.
mill?
It's good.
That's a little low, isn't it?
It's really low.
Yeah.
It's a good price. And it's all clear.
Yeah. Is it?
That's the- Oh, yeah, it's all clear.
Hmm.
All right, so, we can just motion to exercise, or do you want to?
It's,
Do you want to, or no?
No,
No.
Okay, so,
if it's a lost cause, I'm not stupid.
yeah, all right, so, we'll just let it go.
But thank you, Tim, for bringing that up.
All right, so we'll just pass that one on, and
okay.
the next one is 132 Brooks Place for certificate of compliance.
And this was for a septic upgrade this past year. Grass is in, markers are all in, as-bilt's done, everything meets the requirements. I have no issues with it, so I would recommend issuing a certificate of compliance.
Okay.
Yep.
I entertain a motion to issue a certificate of compliance.
I'll make that motion. Steve?
Steve, did you want a second? See, have we lost him?
Maybe.
I think he lost his connection.
Okay.
All of a sudden his screen
I'll
went.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the next one is 275 Crescent Street for a certificate of compliance too.
And that, again, was a septic upgrade done within the past year. Grass is all in, markers are all in. Everything meets, so I have no problem signing off on that one.
And so I entertain a motion to issue a certificate of compliance.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next one is 168 South Main Street for a certificate of compliance too.
And that is the hardy flooring, and the building's all up, all the grading's done, stakes are in, markers are there, everything meets the requirements.
Hardy floor, what is that?
On South Main Street, they put in a storage building behind, kind of beside or behind the building that's there now. It's got a big white fence beside, or along the sides of hardy flooring.
Oh, I
Across
know.
from Burgess,
Yeah.
almost kind of.
all
and
right.
They wanted to put up it's like a 20 by 30 storage building just to put their flooring supplies in,
Oh, okay,
and there were wetlands in the back.
okay. All right, so I'll entertain a motion to issue the certificate of compliance.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right,
Aye.
so if we'll just sign some documents before we adjourn.
And
Unless,
other than that, I didn't have anything more. There are a couple of requests. One is for payment of a 53G review. One of them is a return of a surety deposit. And one is the annual MAC dues and the Conservation Commissioner Association dues.
how much is the return?
The what?
How much is the return?
$1,500.
$1,500 bucks.
I thought the people paid for, the contractor paid for the 53.
For the review, the surety return was for a septic system repair, and they recorded their order of conditions.
Okay.
I mean, their certificate of compliance, which
Order of condition, yep.
we're now getting all of those caught up and done, so. Requiring the surety deposit seems to be working.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, at least it's getting all,
Good.
they're doing it, they're getting it
I mean,
done.
it's making them come back and making sure they get it done, so.
Good. A bunch, huh?
Yeah, you guys are gonna have writer's cramp tonight.
Wow. I'm almost gonna get the worst cramp. He's gonna have them all at once. There's the last one.
Guess we could adjourn, huh?
Yeah, I mean, there's- I don't have anything else.
I'll keep signing here.
All right, so I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, have a good night, Steve.
Thank you, Steve.
Stay well
Have
in
a good
this
night,
heat.
all.